three. Here are the Hornets with the ball. It's a three-point game. Kennard against Rozier. And he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Kennard, the pass to Rose. Back to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go. Rose can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
But no one around him, and there's another one for the Hornets.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class. Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5 stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
For Charlotte, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Passes it to Bridges. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now, here's Washington. Kennard covering. The shot's good for Monk. And Monk made second-team All-American in his only year with the Wildcats, looking unstoppable on many occasions.
I mean, he just overwhelmed college opponents with his athleticism. But you get to the NBA, you find out how many great athletes are in this league. That's when you have to retool aspects of your game, which is what Monk is in the process of doing. Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
So it's the Pistons now. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Rose against Rozier. And the basket by Rose.
Derrick Rose explosive getting into the paint. But when he gets there, he has a soft touch as well.
First quarter basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And the basket by Rozier.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons trail by 10. Pass to Kennard. Pistons passing it around. Here's Rose. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
The threat of Rose's drive unlocks opportunities for his jumper, and he knows how to capitalize.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Gomez passes to Batum. Green left side. Pistons trail by 8. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's McCray. 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. They get it again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The 11th, and the Hornets miss again. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here. And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. There's Galloway. Graham defending. Unloads.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
To the inside. They kick it out to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Green. Well, we aren't that far into this NBA season, but you have to be excited, Greg, about the way that Junior has performed so far.
And he's hit the ground running and been an immediate factor. The way he moves and acts on the court doesn't look like a rookie. Hopefully he continues to build off this solid start.
Cobby's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Both free throws good from Green. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Trailing here by 8. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got 5 now.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And there's the feed to Griffin. Shoots over Biyombo. Griffin's shot is off.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young.
This game, it's physical.
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
We've got Hernan Gomez. Green is out there with Devontae Green. Then there's Khan. And it's Biyombo at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, They rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way. Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. The Hornets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That's good from Green.
It seems like Gatorade has had a huge NBA star be the spokesman forever now. They announced that Junior will be the basketball rep for Gatorade heading forward.
Guys like Paul George and D. Wade, they've all worked with Gatorade. They feel that Junior can reach that kind of level of superstar status. Rose kicks to Kennard. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy to go into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. 4 on the clock. Bucket is good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting
On the wing, Green. Kennard covering. And there's the pass to Zeller. And here is Green. Over Kennard. Misses off the left iron.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Some changes for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Bridges, and Monks subbed in for Green.
I'm afraid to just say because the father, they got a confidence in him, otherwise he's not.
He has 6, and so is Charlotte in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Right now, I'm just trying to shoot. I'm letting them shoot. I can dunk all day, but I'm trying to shoot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Junior this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, let's see all the groups you in.
Green, he's checked in for the Hornets. Wood, he's checked in for the Pistons. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. On the court for the Pistons, Christian Wood is out there with Griffin. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Derrick Rose. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Passes it to Wood. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Wood's got his second basket.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Here's Green. Here's Rozier. That shot off. Some solid defense from Rose. Kennard on the wing. The wing jumper off target.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And then Washington with the dunk.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Pass to Griffin. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. He gets it in there. Griffin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You talk about a guy that can finish through contact. That's Blake Griffin.
Kennard against Green. Over in the corner, Rozier. Back to Green. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Kennard against Green. To the middle. Here's Rose. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Rose has got 9 points.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And it's Green missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Shoot two.
The free throw drops for Rose. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starting at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago. And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing.
Miles Bridges is out there with Zeller. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Green, and it's Martin in at the 3-spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. And that one is good.
The last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
Hornets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Baseline J on the way. That one a little long.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Malik Monk.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Bacon is checked in for Terry Rozier. And a different look here for the Pistons. 35 seconds left in the game. Here's Snell, beyond the arc. Offensive rebound, Maker. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
The drive by Green. And it goes down 2 points.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports
Yeah, can you go on somewhere real quick? Go to your Google, type in Lenovo serial number, look up.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, what you working on? I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
I'm naked, man. I want to count.
What's the weather like outside? I feel like I've been stuck in here forever. You'll never get better watching other players work out. Go do something. When's team dinner? I'm starving. It's like a sauna in here. Who's on the AC? Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's get to...
Here, so bullshit. I don't know how to do.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
I just sent you a picture of something. Check.
breathing, doing all that stuff. But
Is there anyone today who maybe has little inklings of what the centers were back when you were playing?
They all have preferred tastes. So as a big man, you either prefer to be on the inside or you prefer to be on the outside. And these guys these days, they just like being on the outside.
We were here today and we switched things up a little bit. You are featured as a special guest alongside Kevin Harlan. How was that?
That's awesome. I like to work. I like to do my job. Me and you go back since the McDonald's All-American game in 1989.
We do. You're nice to remember that.
I do.
You guys have a history, huh?
We do. I remember saying his name and give it a long Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, that sounds great.
Say it again.
Throw me the ball. I want to shoot.
What's your favorite thing about working with 2K?
They understand. They make the job very easy. I think they study us and know how we sound and what we would say, and they have it in the order that they want to say it. It's just actually easy.
Nice. You said that you might rap or sing.
Me and you sing?
I could sing too.
All right, well, we'll just sing with you.
Okay, so we've got some topics. Barbecue chicken.
Yes.
Any songs? Or raps?
Barbecue chicken?
Barbecue chicken?
No. Why don't you try?
Okay.
Give me a beat.
Barbecue chicken. Like my Micken. Oh, okay. It's a part of the chicken. Oh, but you tricking.
Oh, thank you.
Cause you
just made my day.
You cooking it in the kitchen.
Hey,
we're gonna put these in the bloopers, but this is not going the regular interview. No.
Put this on so you can have a disguise. So, hey, that's a girl that rhymes Micken with chicken. Mom, what's Micken? This is the best interview I've ever had in my life. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's it for us today on 2K TV. We will see you guys next time. Now it's
the subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Alfred Payton is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, kind of stuff neat.
Teams will make substitutions. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.